Welcome to Kermode Uncut and Happy New Year. Hey look, the Mayans were wrong. We made it safely through 2012. Now on to 2013. The only thing we have to contend with is the fact that 13 is apparently an unlucky number. Unlucky for some, but unlucky for cinema goers. Well, let's have a look at what's coming your way in the next few months.
New York, 1922. The tempo of the city had changed sharply.
Hey!
What is going on?
What are you doing in here?
We cross and recross our old tracks like figure skaters. The love of my life, what had happened to her?
You don't think she's a little young for the hard stuff?
Washington says she's a killer.
All of us harbor dark recesses of violence and horror.
Nobody's gonna die today.
Now perhaps inevitably 2013 is, as ever, going to be overrun by sequels and remakes. We've got a remake of Carrie, remake of Maniac, remake of The Evil Dead, we've got Texas Chainsaw Massacre in 3D. On the sequels front, Grown Ups 2, Kick-Ass 2, Hangover 3, Fast and the Furious 6, there's even a new Die Hard movie coming. Who would have thought that Die Hard would not even have given up the ghost by 2013?
I hook up.
Yeah.
Welcome to Moscow.
Dad?
But it's not all bad news. For example, coming up in January, Les Miserables. You've probably seen the reviews already. People are absolutely raving about it. It's going to be a huge hit. I was really impressed by it, with the exception of Russell Crowe's singing voice. I'm not saying he can't sing. I'm just saying that I did have a vision of an X Factor contestant doing an impression of Spandau Ballet's Tony Hadley. Maybe it's just me, or maybe it's Russell's singing voice.
One day more to revolution, we will nip it in the bud. We'll be ready for these schoolboys. They'll wake themselves with blood.
Also in January, Django Unchained, the new film by Quentin Tarantino. I'm doing a first response blog. That will be up here on Kermode Uncut very soon. The thing I should say is, it's not short. As always with Quentin, he hasn't cut his lovies at all. And then, of course, in January, we also have Monsters, Inc. in 3D. Because, hey, it was so flat the first time round. Moving towards the end of January, the big awards contenders, Lincoln, the new film by Steven Spielberg, which everybody is tipping Daniel Day-Lewis for awards glory, but it's up against Zero Dark 30, the new film by Catherine Bigelow, the story of the hunt for Osama bin Laden. And I have to say, for my money, that's the one to watch.
20 detainees recognize that photo.
No birth certificate, no cell phone. You guy's a ghost.
On into February, the big release, obviously, is Flight, the new film by Robert Zemeckis. Leading man Denzel Washington is also being hotly tipped for awards as the pilot wrestling with an alcohol problem. Also in that month, we have Bill Murray playing FDR in Hyde Park on Hudson. Not a great film, but a very solid performance by Bill Murray. Then there's Antiviral, Brandon Cronenberg following in his father's footsteps, hopefully. And then, of course, we have Hitchcock, in which we get to see Sir Anthony Hopkins doing his impression of Hitch. I have to say, if you saw Toby Jones doing Hitchcock in The Girl on television over Christmas, that's a very, very hard act to follow. Looking a bit further ahead, I'm very excited by Side by Side, a documentary about the future of film fronted by Keanu Reeves. And then Cloud Atlas, yet another novel which we've been told is totally unfilmable. You know, like we were told that Life of Pi is totally unfilmable. Will Cloud Atlas defeat its creators? Let's wait and see. Looking ahead to March, two films which have really captured my attention. One of them, The Look of Love, directed by Michael Winterbottom. Why? Because I can't think of any more perfect casting than Steve Coogan as Paul Raymond. And then at the end of March, a film that I've been going on about for a really long time, Good Vibrations. It's an absolute humdinger with real heart and soul. Story of the Belfast punk scene, told with affection and love and wit. Check it out.
I beg your pardon. Mr. Gatsby would like to speak to you. Alone.
Looking ahead, of course, the thing which is really looming on the horizon for me is Baz Luhrmann's Great Gatsby in 3D. Now, I want to be very clear about this. I have not made any judgment about Luhrmann's decision to shoot Great Gatsby in 3D. I just really hope that in the swimming pool scene, the bullet hits the lilo and it flies out of the water at the camera. Looking beyond that, we have Star Trek Into Darkness, we have Man of Steel, we have Byzantium, Neil Jordan and vampires, we have World War Z, or Z depending, which has Brad Pitt, zombies and Cornwall, all things I like. Of course, the real question is going to be Pain and Gain, in which Michael Bay goes art house, allegedly. Maybe the Mayans were right. Maybe the world has ended, and this is all just a dream.
I gotta get a pump.
That's it. It's good. It hurts. I know it does. That's it. Get it. You said no violence.
And I meant it when I said it, I swear to God.
I cannot kill.
Duly noted. Look, when this is over, we'll all go camping, all right?
Okay.